Why would you, an 18-month-old child?
That's a very good question.
What site did I supposedly upload to this time?
Every child deserves a childhood filled with joy and laughter. But what happens when a predator takes their innocence away, traumatizing the children for life, with some of them even becoming... Here are 5 predators who were caught once again, and this one who is hated and disgusted by every other predator, making it 6 predators. Starting with Levon Glenn, who on August 5th, 2023, was seen beating his in his car while taking pictures of children at a water park. A father noticed and called the police.
So we parked next to the car. I get out, and it looked like he had his hand. Maybe I thought he was taking like pictures or something. So I'm like, I don't think that's what's going on, but I'm getting the kids out at the same time. So I get the kids out, and I just glance one more time, and sure enough, you know, his hand falls out, his pants are down almost to his knees. So then that's when we loaded up and called.
Just out of curiosity, what brought you here to change your clothes?
I said, okay, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna change my clothes real quick. Changing my clothes, and then I left my underwear in there. Got out, got my underwear. Pull my clothes back down, put my underwear on. Tie my shoes, and then y'all walked up. I'm not going to walk up, trying to put my clothes back up. You said my shoes, and then walked up. I'm not filming nobody. I'm not doing nothing that church, putting my clothes back up. I ain't doing none of that, man. I don't do that. I'm not.
You ever have, like while you were changing, did you have your phone in your hands at all?
My phone's always up. Okay.
It's disturbing that Levon, at 49 years old with a past criminal record and a history of similar offenses, is freely roaming in public and continuing his actions.
No, you're not going to take my car, bro. You're not going to take my car. No, I'm not, man. You're not going to take
Get out of the car, you're going to get tased.
You're going to get tased.
Get out of the car.
You're not, man. Get out of the car.
Give us a channel for a second.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong.
I'm not going to tell you again.
You're going to get tased.
Nothing wrong, bro. Don't touch me, man.
Sir?
Call the supervisor. Don't put your hands on me.
Sir, I'm not going to tell you again.
You're going to get tased.
Get tased.
I'm going to record this, bro.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm not touching nobody. I didn't do wrong. You're not going to touch me and put the car. You're not.
Last chance.
You're not.
Oh.
That's not mine. You just put that in there.
Yeah, okay,
Get out of the car.
put that in there.
I ain't do that in
Get out of the
there,
car.
man. Get your hands off me, man.
Back up, Davis.
Levon likely used the "I'm gonna record this bro" card to delete earlier taken photos. After being tasered, Levon quickly reversed his car and drove away.
I know, I get it.
For some reason, none of the officers asked Levon to turn off the engine, which is in most cases the first thing they ask you to do in a scenario like this. It didn't take long before the officers were able to locate Levon, who then jumped out of his car and took off on foot.
Black Mazda. I think I have the vehicle westbound.
Oh, you gotta be done! Where is it? Where is it? Stop! We're still heading on! Get down! Stop! Stop! Taser, taser, taser! Alright, you got it? You just hit me! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. Put it behind your back. All right. Put it behind your back. All right, got it. All right.
Behind your back.
No. Loosen up. Loosen up and you won't get tased again. Loosen up. Loosen up.
Every time you tense up, you're getting tased.
I'm trying to, man. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Give me the keys. Hey, I got my keys. Hold on, drop the keys. I want my keys. Drop them. I don't want my keys, man. If you're not gonna have your keys. Drop your keys, bro. Oh, come on, man. Drop them. Drop your keys. Thank you. Yeah, man. All right, well, you're putting yourself in terrible position. Roll forward. Okay, now pop the other key. All right, ready? I'm going to stand you up. 1, 2, 3. gotta help yourself, man. Come on.
Lavon initially had 3 charges before he attempted to escape after being tasered. During that short period, he added 4 more charges on top. Lavon Glenn was arrested for indecent exposure, resisting arrest, assaulting a police officer, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, cocaine possession, cannabinoid possession, and evading law enforcement. Lavon, however, is not the only one to make a run for it during his arrest. On June 9th, 2023, Gary Moultrie was seen grabbing a 9-year-old by the... He also took upskirt photos of several other girls at a Walmart store. Alerted by witnesses, the police used the store's live security footage to locate and catch him during the act quickly.
He just walked in. He just walked in. Oh, he's taking pictures of her.
Yeah, he's taking pictures of her skirt.
All right, yeah. Well,
oh, he's done.
That's good. That's good.
Just stay outside.
Okay.
Move. He's coming outside. General merchandise. Move.
The officer didn't have enough stamina, so he couldn't pursue Gary any further. Luckily, another officer soon spots him in the garden area.
I've got him at the garden center. Stop! Stop!
My daughter is like right there, and she needs some help. Now.
Glasses, black shirt, camo pants, black shoes.
He's running back the other way.
All right, he's going back into Walmart. No! Stop!
My daughter needs some help, man. You're not listening.
10th floor, he's running around the garden center. If I get someone else over here. Stop right there!
It's absolutely disgusting of him to quickly make up a lie about his so-called daughter needing help while he was out there violating other people's daughters. It was a very close call, but this officer was also unable to catch Gary. Fortunately, Gary ran into another officer who just arrived from the opposite direction.
Roll over on your stomach!
Hold on.
I will pepper spray you as well. Roll over onto your stomach.
Roll over!
Battery.
He repeatedly slams his phone on the ground to destroy evidence, an outrageous act that warrants felony charges for evidence tampering. It didn't take one of the officers long to find out that Gary was last convicted in 2016 of child molestation, statutory, and enticing a child for indecent purposes in DeKalb County.
That employee right there is great. I was like, I don't see anyone over here, so I was like, I'm gonna hang out over here, and then she's like, he's coming. So as soon as I got in, she closed it.
The Walmart security team, primarily hired to watch over merchandise, stepped up admirably to also keep their customers safe from harm. Gary, already known for similar misconduct, targeted victims aged 9, 11, and 16. A relative reported that at least one of them was inappropriately touched in the toy aisle. Also, props to the helpful employee who kept Gary inside the gates. Gary Moultrie was arrested and charged with battery. Now, both Lavon and Gary must be feeling pathetic, but it can't get more awkward than this next case about a suspect who's stuck on a plane with hundreds of passengers, unable to run away this time. On September 29th, 2023, Andre Galanine was caught on camera exposing himself to a young girl at an airport. A bystander filmed the incident, and the footage was given to the police, aiding in his identification. A few days later, the police were informed that Andre was on a return flight from his trip to Florida.
Can you step? No, just move up a little. Mr. Galanine.
Andre sits all the way in the back of the plane, meaning he'll have to do the walk of shame when being escorted off the plane, making it a very embarrassing arrest he'll never forget.
Good. My heat should get you back.
Due to the officer's discretion in not publicly announcing Andre's crime, many of the other passengers might think that they just caught a potential or something.
Don't follow them. Don't do that. Please. Sit down. No. You were told to sit down, please.
This is not the first, not the second, but the third time Andre has been arrested for this type of crime. It also turns out that Andre is married and has children of his own, making his case all the more disturbing. However, one of the upcoming cases will make Andre and everyone else featured in this video look like a saint, and that individual also has a family of his own. Andre was arrested and charged with public indecency. Predators almost always try to make a run for it. However, this next suspect shouldn't have, given his unathletic physique. On May 22nd, 2021, Josie, a man, allegedly a 10-year-old girl inappropriately in an aisle at Walmart that wasn't monitored by cameras, of which Josie was fully aware. After the girl told her mother about the incident, the girl's mother pursued Josie. The police later located him at a Subway restaurant by tracking one of his recent credit card transactions, which led to his identification and intervention in the following situation.
Hey, Josie. Officer Flatton. This is a little bit more urgent for me, so I decided to just come down and talk to you here. I need to talk to you about an incident where you're my suspect. Okay. Do you have any idea what I'm referring to? Okay. You ever been to the Lazaresco Walmart?
Times, but
okay.
Target.
Okay. In May, we got a complaint from a parent and a young girl at the Walmart in Lazaresco that involves you. Anything ring a bell to that? Okay. Have you ever been at the Walmart where you got chased out of the store? No? Okay. So we've got video of you getting chased out of Walmart by a mom.
I highly doubt that.
Huh?
No, I don't.
Okay. I do.
Am I under arrest?
I'd just like to talk to you a little bit more, but...
Kudos to the police for their dedication in continuing to investigate the case, even after 5 months. While Josie was talking, his boss decided to clean the popcorn machine nearby. It seemed like she was really just trying to listen in on the conversation.
Would you agree that this is you? No? Okay. Is this your truck?
Definitely not.
No? You don't think that resembles you in the slightest? No?
I'm not gonna agree to that.
Okay, so the incident is that you reported to us that you had grabbed a child in a grocery aisle. No? Okay. So we reviewed video and watched the suspect of this whole thing prior to this incident with the juvenile. Was inside Subway, bought a sub sandwich, used your debit card. Okay.
Wait. Somebody used my debit card, you said?
Well, you.
In a Subway?
Yep, on Alaska Walmart Subway.
Okay.
So walked into the store, the vestibule, goes to the Subway, gets some food, eats and stuff, and goes into the store. Okay. You still want to tell me you have no idea what I'm talking about? Okay. So are you the only one that would have your debit card? Or do you share with people who look a lot like you? Huh? No? Okay. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Josie blatantly denies the clear evidence presented by the officer and tells them it wasn't me, only to suddenly start running away.
Dominic, you got taser? Stop! You stop! Stop! Get on the ground!
Kudos to the officer for quickly reattaching his body cam, recognizing its crucial role in ensuring safe interactions between suspects and police.
You're under arrest for of a minor. You have any questions? Josie? Are you injured at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm sick and I need help.
What do you mean? Like you're gonna puke right now or something else?
Something else.
All right. We're gonna sit you up, bud. Roll over your side.
I think I'm sick and need help. I hope this means he's realizing he has a mental health issue and genuinely needs assistance. However, on the other hand, he might not truly mean it and could be attempting to make himself look less pathetic. But there's no way he could accomplish that after taking off like that, knowing full well he didn't have the stamina for it.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little winded. I haven't ran in a while.
That's alright. That'll last for
I didn't get the run vibe from him, but...
all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josie, a man, was arrested and charged with first-degree assault of a girl under the age of 13 and resisting an officer. The justice system often doesn't give predators charges that match the seriousness of what they've done, and unfortunately it gets even worse. On March 9th, 2022, someone tipped the police about inappropriate images of children ages 3 and 15 being uploaded. Police traced the images to the IP address of Brian Schaffer's computer.
Hey. Hi. Hi there. Is just you guys home?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come in.
No.
Hey, Brian. Why? I have a warrant. For what? Okay, step out, please. For what? Right behind your back. For what?
Hold on, wait.
Am I getting arrested for?
Wait.
Just relax.
We've got a warrant for you. Just relax.
Hold on, and I'll talk to you in just a minute, okay? Okay, I'm gonna put you in handcuffs, okay?
Baby, apparently I'm getting arrested. I don't know. They won't tell me.
They'll fill you in back at the
thing. They don't have a warrant for the house, so they can't take anything out of your house.
Over here.
They only have a warrant for my arrest. That's it. Can I kiss my girlfriend goodbye, please?
Just 1 second. I'm gonna make sure nothing's on you, man. Anything that's gonna stick or poke.
Can I have a kiss, please? Can I have a kiss, please?
Probably not doing kissing right now.
Can she give me a hug, at least? Can I tell her bye?
You can tell her bye. Can't have you touching though.
There's also some possible evidence on Brian's phone, however. They need to unlock it with his finger. Brian refuses to cooperate, making fists and threatening to break his hands. Even if Brian were innocent, those are still some dumb things to do and say.
This warrant gives me permission to take your fingerprint, okay, and try to unlock these phones, okay? Understand me? Brian, I'm asking you to do this, okay? Too bad, dude. I'll break your hand. You're gonna break your hand?
My hand. My own
Why
hand.
would you do that?
Jesus Christ. Here, do whatever you gotta do.
As suspected, the officer did find some concerning images of children on Brian's phone. And still, Brian has the audacity to ask what he's done wrong and what he's getting arrested for.
Why are you arresting me?
I have a search warrant to search the residence and a search for you.
For what?
Okay? For... That's why we're here.
No.
You asked and I'm telling you. You want to talk to me about it, or are you gonna not? Or do you not want to talk about it?
I'm not going through what we went through last time. I should have never talked to you back then.
You didn't.
Whoever was interrogating me, I don't remember. I was hired. What site did I supposedly upload to this time?
I was. What's your foot?
Still open.
I know.
Take a left, have a seat.
Brian clearly doesn't care, and as you've heard, it's also not his first rodeo. Furthermore, the fact that he said, "Which website did I upload it to this time?" again proves that he really doesn't care at all and has no empathy whatsoever. For this recent offense, Brian was charged with felony counts of possession of child and bail jumping. Like in most cases, Brian is a repeat offender, and the charges they throw at him don't do justice. Last time, he was released on a $1,000 signature bond, and in one of his earlier cases over 20 years ago, Brian only had to spend 3.5 years in prison after a child. Now, Brian and everyone else I've covered so far are angels compared to this next monstrous suspect. Satan wouldn't even want him living under his roof. On February 20th, 2015, Peter Scully was finally caught and arrested after having been on the run for 4 years. The things he's done are so bad that most other predators hate him and think he's sick in the head. Investigators were crying upon viewing the content Peter produced. They're the unsung heroes who had to watch babies be brutally day in and day out. The country Peter was caught in even considered bringing back the death penalty because of him.
So when you were on the run, how great was the urge?
Urge for what?
To find young girls.
Hardly ever had an urge. It's not like a hungry dog that's got to feed every 3 hours or 4 hours. It's not like that. And it's really not. It's almost not an urge.
Then why do it?
Yeah, good question. Yeah.
Why do you young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Well, why don't we hazard a guess?
No, don't hazard a guess.
Is it because you're depraved?
Depraved? Maybe.
That you admit you do it?
What I'm looking for is the real reason why I took that road and what drove me to it. Because in Australia I wasn't like that. In the first 12 months here I wasn't like that. So what drove me that way? That's what I wanted to know, and that's what I want to tell everyone. That is, I'm writing about every day I've been here since April 2011. What has happened, what influenced me, what made me take that road instead of this road, all the way until the present.
Would you consider that a confession?
Yeah.
Peter kidnapped, tortured, and also in some cases, let the victims dig their graves in between all of it. Everything was filmed and posted for sale on his website on the dark web called No Limits Fun. Not only did it make Peter millions, but it also made his 2 girlfriends, Carm Ann and Liesl Margallo, very rich by luring the victims one way or another to Peter. They were just as bad as Peter, acting like it's not that big of a deal and spending it all on designer labels and expensive vacations.
Why would you an 18-month-old child?
Well, for a start, I didn't. And
well, that's not true, is it?
It is true. No, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. How old was she?
Huh?
How old was she, Peter?
You are confusing different things. I don't want to get into that.
How old was she?
Huh?
How old was she?
I don't want to get into any of that yet.
Right, okay. Whether that child was 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, or perhaps we're mixing it up with a 9-year-old child, or an 11-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl. You've done it to all of them, haven't you?
All right, I will go back to this now. No comment.
It's the coward's way out, isn't it?
It's the realistic way out.
So what was your reaction when you were arrested? Did you feel as pathetic as you looked?
Thank you. I didn't think about that.
You told me earlier that you weren't in Australia. Is that true? No victims in Australia?
Of course not.
What about your own children?
No. No way.
Oh, that shocks you, does it?
It shocks me. It shocks me that you asked that.
We believe that there is still one girl missing. Where is she?
From now on, my answer will be, everything will be in the journal. So you can keep asking questions, but that will be my answer.
Is she alive?
Everything will be in the journal. Anyway, are we almost done? Because we're going around in circles.
I'm not finished yet.
All right.
Peter not only ruined countless families, but also his very own as a father of 2 children. As a father myself, I'll never understand how someone with kids can hurt other kids. A lot of those families were very poor, and many of those parents even handed over their children in the belief that Peter would feed, house, and educate them.
What we're interested in is whether you have any remorse, whether you admit to what you've done, which is abuse, and of course...
Of course I have remorse.
Why, of course?
Well, you think people don't have remorse?
No, I'm asking you as somebody who is a repeat offender here, who went on the run, who's only here because you've been caught, not because you turned yourself in. At what point do you actually feel sorry for what you've done? Is it at the point where you're captured?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. That's a good question. Well done. That's a very good question. At what point do you feel remorse? I think there's different degrees of remorse all the way through, right? But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
At what point was that? I can't answer that honestly.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually somebody, violently torturing them? Why isn't it at the point when you're a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist that question.
I'm asking the man who did it.
Yeah.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
I might address that in the journal.
It just got crazier and crazier for you, and sicker, and you'd already committed Where was it going to end? Like, what was the next level for you?
There was no next level.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch with them?
And the journal.
So you really have no sympathy for these people, for these kids?
That is definitely in the journal. I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Okay.
He can get up. Get up, please.
In October 2015, a severe fire extensively damaged the evidence room where Peter's computer logs, videos, and cameras were stored, resulting in the destruction of crucial evidence. The rumor is that Peter bribed one of the officers. Peter then demanded special treatment in prison. Jail officials denied most of his requests, which made one of Peter's family members angry and complained about his treatment in custody. What you'll hear next is one of the few victims who survived.
The following day after breakfast, we were asked to dig a grave.
Why did you have to do that? What were you told would happen to you?
That we will be buried in the graves that we are digging.
What else did Peter do to you while you were in the house?
While we were being photographed and videoed that night, Peter Scully, us. While Peter was me, Carmi Ann told me to shut up, and she covered my face with pillows so I won't scream.
Do you think you'll ever be able to get over the events there in that house? Do you think you'll ever be happy again and not think about them?
I hope I can forget when I grow up.
The first thing that ever surfaced from the dark web here on the clear web was the title of his most messed up movie called Daisy's Destruction. Crime, horror addicts, and everyone else believed it to be nothing but an urban legend at first, only to realize later on that it really exists. There are most likely still a few people who have the file stored somewhere, as they've paid tens of thousands for it when Peter was still operating his website. After the fire incident, Peter was confident he could walk free from jail. However, Peter will continue to live the rest of his life all alone in prison with almost no human contact. If you like this video, you might also enjoy watching this one, and don't forget to subscribe for more true crime content.